approximations and estimation. The concept we are going to learn today are the first one, rounding, the second one, significant figures, third, standard form, then the last one will be estimation. The first concept, rounding, 3458.628. If you are given with this number, this 8 is in the units place and 5 is in the tens place and 4 is in hundreds place and 3 is in thousands place. In the same way, this 6 is in 10th place, TH, 10th place, and this is in 100th place, and this is in thousands place. Okay, now if you are going to round our number to the nearest 10, in order to round this number to nearest 10, this 5 is in the tens place. We see to the next number. If it is 5 and more than 5, we add 1. Otherwise, we just leave that number. Since we have a 8 over here, 8 is more than 5. So, we add a 1 to this 10th place. So, our answer will become 3460. That is, we are having our answer as 60. It is in the 10th place, 3460. Now, the next thing is nearest 100. Suppose if you are rounding to nearest 100, till the 100th place we need to have. All the rest of it, we round it off to the 100th place. Now, this is a 5. So, we add 1. 5 and more than 5, we add 1. So, when we add 1, this becomes 3500. Then the next one is nearest 1000th place. In order to find to nearest 1000, this is in thousands place. We see to this number which is in hundreds place, it's a 4. So we don't add any number. So 1000 will be equal to 3000. Now the next thing is for the decimal places when we do it to one decimal place. That is the first number after the decimal point. This is to one decimal place. Here the same way we see to this number. This is 5 and more than 5. Then we add 1 over here. As this is a 2, we don't add. Our number becomes 3458.6. The same way, 2 decimal places. If you have to write the number to 2 decimal place, this is in 2 decimal place. So we see over here 8. So we add 1. So our answer for this will be 3458.63. The second concept is significant figures. Significant figure is nothing but the first non-zero number. First non-zero number is the first significant figure. First non-zero number. So if you are given with the number 3.45632. So which is our first non-zero number? 3 is our first non-zero number. So we have to write only this 3 we'll consider. So our first significant figure. We are rounding up our number to one significant figure. One significant figure. This is our first number. So it will be only 3. Then suppose if we have to write this number to 2 significant figures. So the first number, second number. So the same as usual like before, we see to the next number. When it is 5 and more than 5, we add 1 over here. So it becomes 3.5. If this was a 4, we'll just write our answer as 3.4. Then suppose if we have to write to 3 significant figures. So 1, 2, 3. So again this is a 6. So we add 1. So it becomes 3.46. Now suppose if we have to write to 4 significant figures. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Till here we need to write. But this is a 3 which is less than 5. So we will not add anything. So it becomes 3.456. Now 5 significant figures. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till here. So we see to this number, since it's a 2, we don't add it. So our answer will become 3.45632. Now let us go for the second example. This we take it as the first one, and the second one is 3.0502. Now if we need to write our first significant figure, First significant figure, as we know, first non-zero number is the first significant figure. So here 3. So 3 is our first significant figure. So if you have to write our number to two significant figures, then this is a 0, but even then we count it. Once we start counting our first significant figure, the 0 also becomes the second significant figure. So check for the third number. So this is a 5, so we add 1. So our answer is 3.1. Then third significant figure, that is still here. So now this is a 0, so our answer will be only 0.35. Till you have to write a number to the fourth significant figure. So till here. So again this becomes 0.050. As it is a 2, we are not adding any number. Then the third question. Suppose if it is 0.0056008. Now suppose if they ask us to write the number to one significant figure. As we have seen already, the first non-zero number is the first significant figure. So here we take our 5. This is the first non-zero number. So 5 is our first significant figure. So we see to this number which is a 6. So we add 1 to this. So it becomes 0.006. Now the second significant figure. So this is our first, so till here. So but this number is a 0, so we will not add anything. 0056. Now our third significant figure. We are writing our number to three significant figures. So when we write our numbers to three significant figures, 1, 2, 3. So it is 0.00560. So we have three numbers, three significant figures. Then for four significant figures, 0.00560, and this we add a 1 over here. So this one. So always we have to be very careful when you are writing our significant figures. When we write a number to one significant figure, the first non-zero number is the first significant figure. If there are zeros in between after we start up the significant figures, then we count it. The first non-zero number will be the first significant figure. Standard form. When dealing with either very large or small numbers, it is not convenient to write them in a normal way. So it is always better to use the notation called standard form. Suppose if you write 2000, we can write it in standard form as 2 into 10 to the power of 3. Writing a number in powers of 10 is called as writing it in standard form. For example, suppose if it is 150. If you want to write this number in standard form, you can write it as 1.5 into 10 to the power of 2. So only one number must be there before the decimal point. All the other numbers must be after the decimal point. Suppose if you have a number 0.0045. This can be written as 4.5. So we have shifted how many places? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be into 10 to the power of minus 4. So 19 million. Million, it is 10 to the power of 6. So when we write it in standard form, because this doesn't have one number before, it has two numbers before the decimal point. So it will be 1.9 into 10 to the power of 7. Suppose if it is 0.821, then it will be 8.21 into 10 to the power of minus 1. See, when you just when there is a negative sign, you shift the decimal point to the left. See, we get that number. When it is like this, power 3, so positive number, you shift the decimal point to the right. So we get this answer. Now 485.62. So this will be 4 point. Only one number we write before the decimal point. 4.8562. We don't leave out any number. We have to write all the numbers into 10 to the power of 2. Now the question, this is our first question in standard form. Simplify 1500 into 8 million. Now in order to simplify this, first it is easy for us to write these numbers in standard form. So when we write it, it is 1.5 into 10 to the power of 3. Then multiplied by 8 into 10 to the power of 6. So in order to multiply it, you can just multiply 1.5 and 8. And when you multiply the numbers with the same base, we add the powers. So it will be 1.5 multiplied by 8 into 10 to the power of 3 plus 6. So it will be equal to 1.2 into 10 to the power of 9. So now we notice that when we use standard form, the calculations become simple. There is no need for us to carry forward with so many zeros. The last one is estimation. Estimate the value of 57.2 multiplied by 110 divided by 2.146 multiplied by 46.9. Correct to one significant figure. Here we are just going to do the estimation. So now each and every number we write it to one significant figure. So 57.2, when we write it to one significant figure, this is 5. So we add 1 over here. So it is a 60. And here in the same way, one significant figure. So only one will be there. So this gives us a 100. This one will give us a 2. And this one will give us a 50. So when we simplify this answer will be approximately equal to 60. But using a calculator when we use, the answer we will get it as 62.515276103. That will be equal to 62.5, which is correct to 4 significant figures. See, when we estimate approximately, we get our answers. So we can always cross-check whether our answers are correct. If you use your calculator, you can type in your numbers which might go wrong, and then you'll get a weird answer. In that case, these estimations are helpful to just assess our answers whether they are correct. So before any calculation, we can estimate its value in order to avoid careless mistakes. In general, approximations and estimations help us to perform calculation in an easy manner. Thank you.